SMT Nation, we back. Nation, check out my partner Mint Mobile. Save money on your phone bill, all while supporting the channel. The partner link is in the description. Get a great deal on wireless. They're running a 6-month free service promo when you buy a phone and get their 6-month plan. And there's other great plans with incredible value. They got the best customer care, and you can get access to the T-Mobile network with a lower probability or risk of getting hacked. All right, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Partner link in the description for Mint Mobile. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about Verizon. Just did their earnings, and I reported just the raw numbers of what they reported. All right, I try not to give too much of my personal take when it comes to just reporting those numbers. What I like to do is after that, I like to take a look at all the little bits and pieces of information, put those bits and pieces together to see if I can stitch together a fuller picture. Because sometimes what executives try to do and at these earnings conferences make everything look rosy and perfect. They want to make it look awesome for investors to give them the idea, the confidence to invest or keep their monies with them. But I found some really concerning things as I was digging around some of these numbers. So one of the things I noticed is that the Verizon 5G device upgrade rate is down from 5.7% in 2021. It's now at 5.1% for 2022. That could be a number of things. There's lots of different factors. Like you could say it's possibly the economy. It's been slowing. Maybe it's a lack of compelling device promotions. Verizon has had the tendency recently to just offer promotions for a short while and then pull them quickly and then bring them back and then get rid of them. So we've seen some of that. But I think part of it is just the fact that they're just not all that competitive with their wireless plans, and they don't offer much value. They offer more of the value with like perks and content and other platforms that they integrate into the more premium plans. And I think not offering the same deal to all customers and putting it on certain plans, kind of why AT&T has really flourished and blossomed in that respect. And I think also another part of the problem is the fact that Verizon's retail operations are straight up trash. Like you got to scan a QR code, you got to make an appointment. The retail culture is just rotten, and it just hasn't seemed all that the compelling for customers. So I think that they've looked elsewhere, right? And I think some of that has shown in the churn rate and the lack of growth. And I don't really see much of that changing. And then today, you look at this article, and I'll link this for you guys. You can check out all the numbers yourselves. The real big push here, the positive spin to the quarter, was revenue growth, right? 6% revenue acceleration in Q4 2022. But when you dig in deeper, that revenue growth is mostly from TracFone, which was an acquisition and was not true organic growth. Mind you, the TracFone customers have been leaving the Verizon network. They've been departing, right? So if you were to take out the TracFone piece, Verizon actually accelerated the revenue by somewhere between 0.6 and 0.9%. In fact, very specifically, the retail account number at Verizon is down slightly. So not even flat, it's actually negative. So, Verizon painted the picture as 217,000 net adds. The consumer side was plus 41,000, and the business side was plus 176,000. In a Q4, when you have holiday sales and mass upgrades for people due to the holiday, for their families and all that stuff, that's the best they could do was plus 41,000. The business side continues to outperform and actually create growth at the company. And when you look at the history of Verizon's Q4s, this was the worst Q4 at Verizon since 2016. And it was the worst year I can remember at any point during the existence of my channel or even when I followed all these companies before that. All right. Additionally, Verizon lost 153,000 subs in 2022. With respect to the 3G shutdown, there are consumer losses there as well, and they didn't report them. So January 2022, Verizon had 92.82 million subs. January of 23, they're down to 92.64. That's loss. in prepaid specifically, they lost 175,000 net adds. Losses, right? And it's minus 530,000 over the last year in prepaid. Their prepaid churn is 4.9%. That's very high. The ARPU is still relatively low at $31.53 or something. I don't, when you dig in deeply into these numbers, they tried to code it as some kind of strong quarter. Absolutely not. It was not a strong quarter. The only strength they had was in home broadband, where the fixed wireless access 5G home was the shining star, where the Fios had gains, right? Consumer and business, there was gains in broadband, but definitely not in the retail operations for mobility. And we should be asking the question is, you made the Welcome Unlimited plan. Well, how's that going? Right? You know, you made the iPhone plan. How is that going? It's not showing in the numbers. All right. Now there is cash flow. Okay. Margins and profitability is something Verizon can do. The earnings per share, the year-over-year growth, that's actually expected to get worse. This upcoming quarter for Q1, it's expected to be minus 8%. Q2, minus 6%. Q3, minus 5%. The next 3 quarters are expected to be negative in earnings per share growth. Okay, so what gives? Now, the CapEx is going to get reduced, which is good for shareholders and executives. They can show return on investment, right? Get some of that, CapEx intensive activities out of the way, which they've been able to do. I think the MVP at Verizon is actually their CFO. The CFO, the way he did the cash balance, phenomenal. $50 million. I mean, that's magic and trickery and hickory dickory of the highest order. The dividend is still healthy. I think the investor is going to hang around, right, because of those things, and they're waiting for the return. Spending $40+ billion on C-band build and spectrum and all those things. But I don't understand, even the CEO was talking about how, the turnaround is coming in Q1. And they accelerated the turnaround in Q4. Plus 41,000? I mean, people have slipped and fell into good luck before. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. And even a garbage can gets a steak. My point is there's nothing convincing here that things have turned around. I beg to differ. In a quarter where you can shine because of holiday sales, it was weak. There's nothing really super competitive in retail. The operations aren't really that great. Outside of fixed wireless access, what's really happening at Big Red? Right? And this is not to throw dispersions at any companies or anything. I'm just calling a spade here. I see a lot of losses. I see, churn rates are still sort of up. I mean, they're not super high. There were worse times in 2022. But I mean, the network is the shining star. The C-band is a shining star. The fixed wireless access, a shining star. But when it comes to retail, I mean, Manon is gone, right? Ronan is gone. I mean, what else is there to scrutinize? What's left? And I don't see a turnaround. Where? Where do you see a turnaround? You tell me. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Comment down in the comment section below. Love to hear what you guys have to say on this. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links are in the description for all things going on with the channel. I want to give a big shout out to Mint Mobile, our partner. There is a partner link in the description for you guys to start saving money on your phone bill, and you can support the channel while doing so. Big shout out to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting content creation on this channel. All because of you. Y'all the goats. Thank you so much for all that you do. And big shout out to everybody for watching. Thank you. We shall see you all on the next video. Peace.